Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Aging Network. Today, we're going to be talking about Tai Chi and how it can impact arthritis and your health benefits, so please stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Kathy Tutt, and I'm the Family Consumer Sciences Educator for Ohio State University Extension in Clark County. Thank you for joining us today for the Healthy Aging Network telecast. We're going to be joined today by Roseanne Scammahorn and Lorrissa Dunfee, and they're going to be talking about Tai Chi. So I'm going to first start out with letting you ladies introduce yourselves. So for Roseanne, if you'd like to go first, please go ahead and introduce yourself to us.
Thank you, Kathy. I'm Dr. Roseanne Scammahorn. I'm the Family Consumer Science Educator for Darke County. My specialty areas are healthy aging, healthy finances, and healthy relationships. And I'm happy to be here with you today.
And Lorrissa?
Hi, I'm Lorrissa Dunfee. I'm the Family and Consumer Science Educator here in Belmont County. And my specializations are healthy aging and mental health and wellness. And I'm excited to bring some information to you all about this exciting new subject.
So let's just jump right into it. Lorrissa, could you share with me the purpose of Tai Chi?
Sure. Basically, it's a safe way to empower people to improve their health and wellness and reduce the risk of falls. We know that being more relaxed and more positive improves the perception of pain. So as one of the most powerful mind-body exercises, Tai Chi for arthritis teaches students to be mindful of that intrinsic energy that they possess. And it's where they derive a greater sense of self-control and empowerment.
I hear the word Tai Chi. Could you tell us a little bit more about what it is and kind of share a little bit of that information?
Wonderful. Yes. So it originated in ancient China and is one of the most effective exercises for health of the mind and the body. Tai Chi was created based on the traditional Chinese medicine martial arts known, the law of nature known as Tao. It incorporates the knowledge going back thousands of years in Chinese history, but in recent years, over 500 medical studies have shown that Tai Chi improves muscular strength, your flexibility, and your overall fitness, well as improving relaxation, your balance, improving your immunity, and many other health benefits. Tai Chi integrates both your body and your mind. So when you're practicing Tai Chi, you focus on the clarity of the mind, the movements, and the coordination of your body. This training improves your relaxation and tends to uplift your mood. A recent study reviewed the complementary and alternative treatments completed by doctors at Stanford University, and they found that strong correlation between mind and body techniques were hugely successful as a complementary treatment, but sometimes as a standalone treatment or as an alternative treatment to some of the modern medicine type issues that we deal with.
Think about all the different things that we are always searching for to try to live the best and healthiest life. And I think it's kind of interesting to have this conversation today. So are there different styles of Tai Chi?
That's a great question. There are several different styles, different forms that people may practice. And the major ones are Qin, Yang, Wu, and Sun. And they all follow basically the same premise, which is to combine that meditation and martial arts. And each style has its own unique features, although most of them, they share similar essential principles with just slight variations.
So Lorrissa, would you mind sharing with me some of those similar principles?
All the different styles, they encourage the practice of that mind being integrated with the body. So, there's that synchronization of the two coming together, and then fluidity of movement, control of your breathing, and then mental concentration. And of course, the more you practice the art of Tai Chi, the more that you can really focus on that mind-body connection and your breathing and concentration and everything.
I'm assuming that you guys are actually working and practicing with Tai Chi right now. So what is the style of Tai Chi that you practice?
We practice the Sun style. It contains all the essential principles of Tai Chi, and the movements are safe. So it's really short and easy to learn basic principles. And the Tai Chi helps your arthritis by improving that muscular strength, that flexibility, and your overall fitness. They've done several studies, and the program overall, because of how short and easy it is to learn, they found that it's extremely effective, it's easy to incorporate, and it's safe. The arthritis foundations of Australia, America, the UK, and so many others, they support this program because it has shown to be so effective, and it has all these safe features incorporated into it because everything is done very smooth and slow. So we don't have a lot of jerky motions, but that is what encompasses that Sun style.
What I'm hearing you say, Roseanne, is that it's easy and safe. It improves some of the symptoms of arthritis. It improves mental health and as well as overall emotional wellness. How difficult is that to learn?
Although it's an art of great depth and knowledge and skill, it can be easy to learn and soon delivers the health benefits. Our classes, we go slow. There's a lot of repetition, and we practice a great deal. And then as a result, our students are learning and picking up the movements quite quickly. So it's nice that not only is it pretty easy to learn as you start to break down those forms, but you start to experience the benefits right away as well.
So I did have a question. You mentioned a little bit earlier about breathing and how that's incorporated in. Could you share just a little bit more about the breathing process and how you use that in Tai Chi?
The breathing of Tai Chi is actually, we use the Dantian technique, and it's breathing from the abdomen. And so we asked participants to put a hand above the belly button and a hand below, and then we deep breathe in, and then we deep breathe out. And so we practice that breathing as well throughout the class, because as we start to learn the movements and the participants start to become more calm and feel more confident in doing the different forms. They're really called forms, but we interchange forms and movements together. But because you really are doing a movement, but it's called a form. And so as we are working on the forms, we remind the participants in the beginning, make sure you're breathing, because oftentimes when we're focused on learning something new, we don't always remember to breathe. But it becomes more natural the more practice that's put into it.
Is there a specific age group that you try to engage with Tai Chi?
With the Sun style, it's designed for all ages and abilities. It's there so that they can engage in and can be utilized for your entire lifetime. So Tai Chi is a progressive exercise in the sense that no matter what age you are when you start, you can develop your skill to the level that you desire. So as you progress through it, it just becomes more fascinating. It becomes more engaging. And like Lorrissa said with the breathing, that breathing through the motions just comes more naturally. You know when to inhale, you know when to exhale, you know when to hold your breath. And so Tai Chi just has this great depth that you never get bored with it. So the higher the level you go, your mind becomes more serene and your body becomes stronger, and your understanding of the Tai Chi principles just continues to deepen and grow. And with this deeper understanding, you'll in turn be able to reach an even higher level. So just like any form of exercise, it benefits you only when you do it routinely. So like Lorrissa said, we do a lot of repetition. We do a lot of practicing because we want you to get those basic forms down so that way you can derive the most benefit from them. But Tai Chi is intrinsically enjoyable exercise. And it's really easy to adhere to the movements. They're very basic and you can modify them to your situation. So additionally, it is extremely affordable. All you need is a good pair of sturdy shoes and a little area in your living room, dining room, wherever you're at. So it doesn't require a lot of expensive equipment or special clothing and not a whole lot of space. And it's not weather dependent because you can do it in your house or you can enjoy it in the park. It's a really great way to socialize with your friends and neighbors.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback on that, you probably have seen people in a park or at the beach, moving slow and fluidity with fluidity, and that is probably the practice of Tai Chi that they are doing. Of course, we don't look that graceful starting out, but that is something that the more work you do, the more practice you put in, the more that you will have that fluidity. And so it is, I like it because it is exercise, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but you don't necessarily feel like you've just, ran 10 miles or anything like that.
Every time I go to the doctor, he's always talking about how much exercise do you get? How much are you getting? My Fitbit reminds me, you have been sitting way too much today. You need to exercise more.
Right.
And so, our doctors, our fitness experts, they all recommend exercise for a healthy body. So how does Tai Chi fit into these recommendations?
Well, just, like I commented there a minute ago, you do receive those cardiovascular benefits, including better heart and lung capacity. And there was a study done in 1996 on 126 post-heart attack patients. And so they were randomly assigned to different groups. There was a Tai Chi class. There was a group that were non-exercise support, and then an aerobic group. And the patients from the Tai Chi group came out with better cardiovascular fitness and lower blood pressure than the patients from the non-exercise group. And then to top that off, 80% of those people in that Tai Chi group kept up the practice of Tai Chi, while the non-exercise support group only retained about 10% of its original membership. So that aerobic group retained less of its members than the Tai Chi group as well, and their diastolic blood pressure did not improve. So, as I mentioned earlier, it's very, and Rosanna said, there's a lot of fluidity, and it's very easy on your body, but you're really experiencing a great deal of health benefits from it.
That sounds fantastic. So it's easy to do. You don't need much exercise equipment, and it's a long-term benefit to you as far as exercise goes. But in addition to exercise, are there any health benefits to doing Tai Chi?
Yes. So with the Sun style Tai Chi, there's been 3 major areas that they found. And I've mentioned it before: improved flexibility, improved muscular strength, and improved overall fitness. It also improves your posture, which is an important component to health that we tend to ignore. So with the improved flexibility, it just helps reduce that stiffness and helps keep our joints mobile. So our stiffness causes our pain, and when we are able to increase our flexibility, we relieve that pain. Tai Chi just gently moves all of our joints, our muscles, and our tendons throughout our entire body. And scientific studies have shown that Tai Chi can significantly increase our flexibility. It's shown to relieve arthritic pain and help people with arthritis just to stretch more, therefore improving their flexibility more than they thought they could. And the research has shown, because of that flexibility and that balancing, it's prevented recurrent falls by up to 70%. The Sun style also improves our muscular strength, which helps us to keep our joints stable, therefore just protecting our joints overall. And this minimizes the likelihood of injury and reduces our pain even further. So increasing our muscular strength enables us to be more active, which in turn improves our blood and our body fluid circulation. And the studies on this one has shown that it strengthens our muscles from 15 to 20%. So Tai Chi is designed to gradually increase our levels of physical fitness, our flexibility, and improve our muscle strength.
When it comes, we're thinking about our older adults and how we really are concerned about the prevalence of falls within them. All of these things with the flexibility and the strength and being able to get up and move. We we worry so much that when they are sedate and they're not moving around as much, that they lose that lean muscle mass, which is then further can lead to falls. And so that ability to do these type of exercises to increase that and lower their risk for falls is a very big concern. So are there any other health benefits? Are there other groups of people outside of our older adults that you might work with or may see some of the benefits of Tai Chi?
Yeah. So in our class that we have going now, we have a very nice variety of ages. I think our youngest is in their 40s and our oldest is in their 80s. But, you don't have to be any particular age. It's open for everyone, and it's going to benefit anyone who participates. And also, the Tai Chi movements or forms, you can do those sitting down and still have a benefit from doing that. And we have, like, if you have limitations with one side of your body or the other, maybe you can't lift your arm up to, as high as what the form calls for. We tell our participants, just visualize doing that, going as far as you can, and then visualize the full extension that you would like to have. And it's very powerful when you have that mind-body connection because you're getting that extra benefit there.
Yeah, you mentioned your class. Do you have a good mixture of people in the class? I know you mentioned age, but do you have men, women? How do you, what type of group of people do you have in that?
I teach it online, but I also teach it face-to-face. And in my experience, it's usually about 75% women, about 25% male. But I'm not exactly sure why we have the difference between male and female. But we have noticed that no matter what their age, what their capability level or their gender, they've all come to class with this open mentality of trying something new and being fully engaged. And they have all spoke highly of the health benefits that they've seen immediately from just doing basic warm up and cool down Tai types of exercises. And so it doesn't matter, young, old, male or female, Tai Chi is for everybody.
And you mentioned your classes. So is this a one-time class or is it a series of classes? How do you offer this program?
So this is a series of 16 classes. We typically do 2 classes for 8 weeks. Our current class is Tuesdays and Thursdays. We meet from 2:30 to 3:30. And so, of course, we want people to come to as many classes as they can. But we understand, if people miss, but we would like people to be committed to that 8 weeks, 16 classes.
I know you mentioned there's one going on right now. It is virtual, right? That's one that's going on. And Roseanne, you have one in person.
Yes.
So if someone is interested in learning more about these classes, what should they do for this?
So we're asking people to go ahead and contact one of the instructors. We have our names listed up there. The OSU has 4 certified instructors currently. And that's the beauty of attending our virtual class. You get all 4 of us. Because some people, work well with the way one person teaches and maybe not so well with the other. So we all teach at different points each class, and we rotate what parts we're teaching. Our class has been wonderful in giving us feedback and letting us know what's been helpful and what they'd like to see different. So it's really been a great opportunity for all of us involved. But we do have a class that we'll be offering starting in the spring once this current class is over, and it's going to be the last week in March on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to change the time because we've heard from different people that 2:30 to 3:30 time slot doesn't work real great. So we're going to change it to 12:30 to 1:30 just to give some other people an opportunity to participate. So we'll run from March 29th through May 31st on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if anyone's interested in participating in the series, they can go ahead and contact one of us, and we'll get help to them to get registered for that class.
And this class is also an online class, so you can do it from the comfort of your home, and there is no charge to participate.
Thank you for adding that, Roseanne. I forgot to mention that, and that could be very important for people.
They can contact you if they're interested in getting more information. And then maybe we can also do a little bit of a later telecast to just advertise really shortly how people could get registered for those March classes.
One thing we learned with the class we're currently doing, we were hoping we would have 30 or 40 people register for the class, and we ended up with way more than that, like 3 times, 4 times more than that. And so we started to panic, like, what are we going to do with all these people in a virtual classroom? But then once it was all said and done, you lose about half the people. And so we still have a nice size class, and it's going really well. And so it has provided an opportunity for people that aren't able to get out easily and participate. And we've had, so much appreciation from the participants for us offering this class and providing this on a virtual platform and free of charge.
Yeah, I do. I think it is great. There's, and especially with our older adults, with the fear of COVID going around and the different things that are happening, being able to reach to them where they are, where they're safe, where they feel comfortable, still giving them a chance to engage in these programs and this exercise, and also just be face-to-face with other people is a great part of this program. I do want to mention and make sure that people do know, though, that if they do register for that, they need to have a camera on their computer.
Yes.
So that we can watch while they're exercising to make sure that they are safe. I think that's a really big, important part of it as well. So we have about 5 minutes left. Do you care to share with me how you got started, or how the extensions, OSU extension got started with Tai Chi?
Sure, I'll start off, and then if Roseanne has anything to add, she can chime in. But the Ohio Department of Health had sent out basically an application program saying, hey, we're going to be offering Tai Chi. If you're interested, apply. And so I saw that, and I had been asked in my county by several different folks if I knew anywhere that they could do Tai Chi. So I knew that was something that there was interest in my county. And so I jumped on the opportunity and applied and was, accepted into the program. And we had a multi-day training, of course. And then we had to get certified to become a trainer. And so while I was sharing with some of our colleagues across the state that I was doing this training, there were several people that contacted me and said, oh, I'd love to be a part of this. Let me know if there's any more training. And so I reached back out to the Ohio Department of Health and I said, hey, I have some colleagues that would love to get trained. This is a perfect way to disseminate this information through OSU extension. We reach all 88 counties. And so they were excited, and they ended up bringing another training around. And so 3 more of my colleagues ended up getting trained that time. And so now we have 4. We have several other educators that are interested. So we keep looking for trainings, because the more people that we can get involved in this, the better. All of us instructors, we really believe in this program. Dr. Lamb created a really great program. And so we just want to help as many people as we can.
And I'm one of the educators that came in on that second round that Lorrissa was talking about, when 3 additional educators were introduced to the program. And my motivation was both professional and more personal. So I am one of the people who this is speaking to, because of the fact that I was tripping over air and I had sustained several pretty significant injuries from just not keeping my balance very well. And so when I read into this, I was like, wow, this might be something that I don't necessarily have arthritis, and I'm not really focused in on martial arts, but I'm like, what would this benefit me? And in the same time frame, my father started to have more accidents at home. And I asked him, why so many accidents at home? And he's like, I just get so stiff from sitting still. But he didn't want to get out and he didn't want to deal with COVID, and he's not a very sociable individual. He likes to stay at home and be quiet and be with himself. And so between my dad and I and the number of falls we've both had in the past couple of years, just being able to introduce this into our personal lives has significantly improved our health. It's significantly improved our outlook on life and our motivation to be more engaged and live with less fear of the aches and pains that come with life. In addition, we just opened up a senior center in my area, and they were like, what kind of programming can we do to encourage folks to come back out of their house, now that some of the mandates have been lifted in our community. And this is one of the ones that they were like, can you bring this to us? And I was like, I will do my best. So a little bit of professional motivation and a whole lot of personal motivation. And I can tell you the success of this on my personal life and with my father is just outstanding. Just the night and day difference on the quality of our life.
Great. Ladies, thank you so much. And
Thank
again,
you.
if anyone is interested in finding out more, they can call any extension office or reach out to the names that we listed previously. Thank you both very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.